to the adventures of Shiaryu. Currently in the star of Rosdane, below decks. And we are here in Cool. After a while, I think last time we were in the Oblivion, or in one of the Oblivion rings. And we have several new mods to take a look at. Many of them from the recent Morrowind modding madness. And yes, I did take part of one of the teams there, and we did a couple nice mods. And one is in my current loading list. So I think we will take a look at it first. It should not conflict with anything apart, as usual, if you have Morrowind Rebirth installed, because that mod is conflicting by default with everything. But it's just a little conflict because you cannot use one door, but you can still use 3 or 4 of them. So it's not really a big conflict, but maybe we will release some patch sooner or later. I'm not really happy about patching something for Rebirth, because it is a never-ending work, because that mod is always changing. So yeah, I don't like to patch things for it. Anyway, we will see. To reach there, I think I will just go to Ibonart using one of our teleporting doors from the Star of Rosdane, which is our teleportation hub from the Vanilla mod. And specifically one of these doors, if I recall correctly, this one, which is taking us to an Ibonart lighthouse. And I think I would like to change the sounds this teleportation door actually do, to give them something of more magical impression, because as it is they are just normal wooden doors. But anyway, maybe we can think the mage did this thing on purpose to make them more difficult to tell from normal doors, because these places are secret, done from a member of the Mages Guild. Anyway, we go out here, for instance, to go to the Ascadian Island region near the city of Ibonart, and we have a wonderful view. As you can see out there, we can see old Ibonart. And I also replaced one of my MWSC old MWSC mods to disable a blurring shader when you are in third person view and first person view. So in first person view is enabled, so you can see things blurred a little, and when you talk with NPCs. And instead in third person view you have the more visible distance view. I'm testing it and so far it's working well. And we have that super big dreamer tower over there, which is not rendered perfectly from my distant land settings for some reason. But this thing apart, I think that tower is a lot criticized because it is just too big, and I think they will change it sooner or later. Anyway, for now I think I need the potion. Yeah. For now, let's go down and this is one of the best places in the Ascanian island, I think. Very, very scenic. There's also a beautiful small lake, if I recall correctly. Here it is. And I think it's strange that there are not many mods building some beautiful house nearby, because this is a wonderful... Ooh, a silverware plate. Never seen this thing in all my years playing Morrowind. That tower is really a little ugly from so far. Anyway, we trust Time and Rebuild modders. They will do something about it. And this is some strange creature, a crocodile from some creature mod. Anyway, we are mostly here to take a look at the Ebonart Sewers mod, this new mod. We did for the Morrowind modator, and let me see if I can enable the chat. Yeah, now I can see it, hopefully. Let me see. Okay, now I should be able to see it. And there are several ways you can enter the sewers, but
to see the site.
the simple one is probably this. From the sewers east here, or you can go there, or you can look for other entries in the other part of Ebonart. But this one is probably the simpler one, and as you can see is perfectly compatible also with the gondoliers mod, which is adding this nice steps. So the one thing is conflicting a little is rebirth, because rebirth is for some reason moving each and every building in Ibernaheart. Instead of just adding to it, it is moving everything. So this door probably is not something you can use on there. Anyway, let's go inside. And we find Mr. Constance Snowley, which is asking us if we want to do an easy job for him. Yes, a smart one, robust too. Listen, I need help carrying some heavy cargo. I got stood nearby. Sorry for my English, but I can pay you a hefty sum. But the job must be done with discretion. What do you say? Do we have a deal? So this quest is particularly not complicated but complex, because we tried to do different ways to play the quest. So you can say yes, deal, or you can think about it, or you can say no. Obviously this one is not the best thing because you just skip the quest, but you can think about it and see what happens and go around the place, which is a pretty nice Ibernaheart style shoes, I think. We took inspiration from the old Ibernaheart Annual rebuilt use of the Imperial tile set and tried to mix it with some tile set specifically done by Akimaisan Tiles to introduce traps in dungeons, and I think Dana did the retexturing of it to mix more, to blend better with the Imperial set, and she did really a great work. And so we have these two tile sets mixed together, and all in all I think they did a great job matching them. Not been easy, but especially because there are all these sort of steps all around for how the sets are done, but I think the final job is good. And we have these are Akimaestron tiles tile set pieces, and this is the first puzzle you can find, probably. I like this one very much because you find this odd looking wall, but you cannot really find a way to pass it, but that's something strange, something that could be a hint. So, oh, what can you see here? A loose brick. It reminds me of that hole in the wall. So let's take it. A loose brick found in the eastern part of the Ibonite Suez. And I want to talk about this brick because it's showing some important thing about how quest part should be done, because we must never forget we are playing Morrowind, which is a very moddable game, so you never know if player will do your quest soon or will do another 100 quest before keeping going with your original quest. So you must give the player a way to remember how to use things he can have in his inventory, which could be super full of all various things. So in a week, in a month, how can I remember what is the purpose of that loose brick? So I can take a note in my journal, or I can just script the thing, so when I take it I see a message telling me in some way where the things could be of use. And this is such an important thing that you should always do, in my opinion, using a journal, using a message, using something, but always tell the player what is the purpose of something, because you never know when the player will need that kind of information. Anyway, we have this thing, and now we must find a way to use it. So the original idea was to just have the player have the thing in inventory, touch the wall and have the wall open. But I was thinking about something more like a puzzle, and also more like something original that you don't see in every quest. So what I try to do is having the player to think about it and to use Morrowind power to drop things in a precise place. And this is what you should do. You should try and place the brick in the proper place. And to do this properly, especially if you have your character is some race with a different height from standard dark elf or Breton like my character, you should pay attention to how your castle is changing, because if you take a look at the castle, when you move things there is a different castle compared to the arrow that is available while you can actually drop something in a proper spot. And this is how the thing works. So if you place your brick in the proper spot, you solve the riddle, and you're able to enter the door to the secret place where you can find some note about the smuggler crates. So these things are a little dangerous probably, but we are curious, so we touch them, and here you can choose And if I recall correctly, depending on your luck and other things, there are chances you can have some good effects or some bad effects. Or you can choose to destroy them. This 6,000 crates. And I'm lucky already because my character is high level, but I got a nice little 45 luck, I think, something like this. Don't remember because I have plenty of magic already here, but it should be some 45 luck effects or something like this. Anyway, we can now repeat this thing for a certain number of times, and I think it should destroy after a while. Oh yeah, and then you have the empty crate. And I think this is just a nice effect to see this open crate. And doing something like that is not as easy as it seems, mainly because you cannot really spawn a new crate on the fly, because that way the light is not correctly updated, so we have to hide the second crate and move it to do the things properly. So I think all in all the final effect is good, and it's just a detail about how the mod has been refined a lot, I think. Here we are. Other nice things. And another quest. This is sort of joke quest. Never known bug.
What have we here? Interesting.
And we must help Eva the left-handed solving the problem with his bug. And we did have a real serious...
A friendly old man told me about his pet shulk and its fondness for rat meat.
So we must find some rat meat for the known bug. And it should be easy because there's plenty of rats around. Some of them are not even aggressive. Like this one. So the quest is very easy, you just give your rat meat to the known bug, and the known bug is now a fixed bug. So this is sort of a joke, but in reality we did got...
I fed the shulk rat meat.
Intrigued. Go ahead.
It was very friendly and I feel I have gained a better understanding of creatures.
We did got a real nasty left eval arrow, which is one of the arrows you get in scripting, which is harder to debug because you don't know from where it's coming. You have it only when you play the game. You cannot get it from automatic tools while you are in the construction set or using MW edit and checking the scripts. It's not something they can detect. It is just something happening while you play the game. And in strange ways, this problem just made one of the scripts completely stop running, stop doing anything. And it took me really a lot of time to understand what the problem was, and the problem was just that we have two things with the same name, a journal entry and an activator, and that thing was making the engine going confusing while referring to the journal entry in the script, so the script was not running anymore. Just something to really spend a lot of time fixing, but at least we now had a proper name for the elf. So that's the story of Evolve the Left-Handed and how it became a mod character. Anyway, I'm always needing further potion here. I should really drop something, but you know, I'm a pack rat. And let me think about it. This level. Oh, we have the quest here, and I think that's also some other things. Oh yes, this is one. Another one interesting. When you're here, you see here is something moving, and you can see actually the grate going down. So this is the reason why I use this door, this kind of door, which is usually used as a prison door, but I needed something to see through, because we wanted the particularly here, the grate here, to be seen when it was going down, because this is one of the original Archimeister Antares trap effect, and to open this you must actually be very strong, as you have to try or get some potion, and this is taken from the Antares traps. And we have another one here. So if you are low level, can be a little risky. And here is another kind of quest. We have this lady, Argonian lady here, that we can help. And so we can, as usual, choose to help her or say no thanks. And I would like to show you what happens if we choose to not help her. I'm not sure it will work, because my character here is high level, so she could be just too lucky for the trap to trigger, but let's see what happens. So we choose, we don't have time for this. To help her. Gods are watching, one day you will regret your lack of compassion. So we did not help her, and we are going away without helping her moving this thing.
I have met an Argonian trapped in a cave-in but didn't want to risk getting trapped as well.
We let her trap, keep being trapped. And in theory, we are punished by this super trap by Alchemist Antares. And as you can see, my character is pretty strong with high health, but I'm almost dead. So this trap is probably something killing low level characters, but I think it is some kind of correct punishment to be a bad character, not helping the lady here. And the alternative is to help her, so you can go with the quest and get some hint for other quests. But I don't want to spoil all the mod for you, so I can just tell you this is probably a nice mod because it's full of quests, not a lot of them, but I think interesting quests, and also it's a nice, very compatible addition to Ibonart. So take a look at it and let us know what you think about it. And as you can see, we are out here from this part of the sewers, and there are part of the sewers for the central part, from the central part of Ibonart, and the final castle part. And I think I will show you just one last thing, because I'm particularly proud about it. I think it's a very nice effect. So we have this secret door to enter the sewers from the Argonian mission. So if you don't want more spoiling, don't look for this minute, because I'm going to show you where this secret door is. Now, it's not hard to find it, but if you take the clues about the Argonian mission and the twin lamps, it should be not hard to find. And we have lots of Argonians here, and Khajiit added by some mod. Oh, Rise of House Talvani. I did not remember this, but probably they are slaves. I already oh, this one is from Rise of House Talvani. I don't remember it, but we are here to look for this secret door, and I'm looking for it actually, because I'm looking for the hint to find it, which should be some special torch or lamp, And if you look with attention, you should spot it. Not the secret door actually, but what you have to use. And here it is. So I like this thing very much. And the door is closing automatically when you change cell, but you can do the same thing and close it from here. And here is the secret trapdoor to the central part of the sewers. And here we have
Don't bother me.
the secret place where in our mod the Argonian slaves are hiding from a slave hunter and so on.
I found a twin lamps safe house in the Ebonheart sewers, and agreed to help remove a slave hunter lurking in the sewers searching for the escaped slaves hiding
Did not
there.
remember the trap. Uh-oh. And this another one of the Aki Maestro traps. Really great. And you need probably water walking here. Oh, another trap. And finally, we can use the key to go out to the sewers. And there should be a way out from here. So, oh, we are back to the east path. We have also a thief. And if you are a member of the Thieves Guild, you get a different way to do the quest, the easy job quest. But I don't want to spoil also this thing, so I will just go out.
Care to see the sights? Where can I take you?
And let me think. One of the mods I want to check is probably starting in Isis, so I think this is the next place we could go. Yeah. So from here. Let me think. Oh, we could go back to the Star of Restane teleportation hub, or we could go. I think I'm crashing something. From the Himalayan teleportation mode, probably I did some update in the loading order that is causing problem with it. Let's see if it is freezing. It may be the one of these. Oh no, it is just... It just took some time to read the other destinations. So we could go here. Oh, or Havish. I think I will go to Havish, and from there I know I can teleport to Nizis using a restored Mage's Guild network. So let's go to Havish in the hidden cellar on the Havish Thieves Guild. So we are actually here in Havish. I moved it to the west of Solstheim, or maybe it was already here in the original position, I don't remember exactly. But anyway, we are here in the Thieves Guild. We are members of the Thieves Guild here, so we did all of the quests, I think. But the main reason we are here is we have a nice teleportation from the Mage's Guild in Havish to several places in Vardenfell. And if I can recall where the Mage's Guild is. Should be not far from here. This is the main square. I'm looking for... Oh, those three texture is bad from a distance because you see the pattern repeating. Maybe take a note about changing that texture. Let's do it. I think it's a problem with changing the maybe I changed the UV mapping to I made it too detailed, so it's good from a near position, but from the distance it's really bad. So maybe zoom out the bark texture UV this is some note for next time. I will try and fix things. Anyway, looking for the Mage's Guild. I think there should be some kind of green green smoke coming from the Mage's Guild, but I don't recall where it is. Here it is. Oh, closed? What time is it? Oh, 4 p.m. Why is it closed? Oh.
Knight of the Imperial Dragon, how may I serve you?
And here is my friend.
You seem like very good company.
And we can ask her about traveling. And this is a very interesting script by Jog, which is actually enabling a different door according to the destination you choose. So this teleportation works perfectly with standard companions and standard scripting. And we want to go to Nisis. And as you can see, this is also a way to use very properly the different options you get from I will show you next dialogue. For now, let's go and use this teleporter to go to Nisis. But I wanted to show you these shortcut keys added to the standard dialogue. So when you have to choose some option, you can just press the one key, the two keys, and so on. Oh, look at this. Also, this mod is a new mod by Ashtar, I think, adding all these great graffiti. And it's the first time I see him in game. That's really great. So we are here in Nisis mostly to ask around, because this is the place where talking about rumors, I think we should be able to start this new quest in Al Vilotai. I've heard that the location of the lost caverns of Mama Ea has been discovered.
The latest rumors in Nisis are about the rediscovery of the ancient caverns of Mamiya by the Imperial cult. I was told I could speak with Chaplain Ogrel in Fort Darius to learn more.
And this is even probably a quest by another mod. Mama Ea Awakening? I'm not sure. So, not the one I was looking for, but another quest is always good to find. Let me check the journal. Also, I'm working in a new mod, a new journal mod, MWSE Lua mod. First thing this mod is doing is condensing the various paragraphs that you get in your journal. So when they have the same date, they are grouped together, so you have a better presentation of the page, also more things grouped together. And this is one thing that also other mods do. I think the mod to be able to write the journal also is doing it, but that mod is adding some features that I actually don't use. So I did this thing as a separated option, and they are compatible each other, but you can enable or disable it. And I think it is nice to have. And the second thing that this mod I'm working on is trying to do is to give some kind of prefix to quests, so it is easier to sort and group them together, because oftentimes you don't have easy life trying to looking for different quests from different mods. They are sorted alphabetically with no prefix, so it's hard to have them grouped together. This mod is trying to do just this for the quests that are not already having some kind of prefix. It is adding something took from the mod name that you can see from the hint, so you can realize the mod from which some quest is coming, and have the mods grouped together. These are from standard Morrowind, so from Better Cloths. This is from Time Rebuild, and so on. So this way it's easier to have things a little more grouped together. Oh, there's a compromise, because I think, for instance, when there is already some major skill prefix, I don't have it to make something a little shorter, but all in all I think it helps a lot having your quests organized. And also you can get information about the mod which is giving you some quest, and if you press the Alt key you should get more detailed information, getting the information from the mod info field, so you can get the author, more information, even the link to download the mods. And this thing I still trying to make it more useful. I have no idea if this thing already works or is clashing everything, but let's try it. It is probably not working yet. Seems so. But the idea would be to make it possible to use that web link to open the browser in the mod page. So if you need information about the mod, the quest and so on, you can just read it in your browser, but maybe next time. So for now, let's go and try talking with different people, because I like to get this quest started, which I know should be in Al Villatae. So let's keep asking about... Oh, here it is. Latest rumors. You heard about those kidnappings near Al Villatae? Some of us have been itching for some good old
I heard rumors in
security
Nessus of
work.
strange kidnappings occurring up north around Ald Villatae. Perhaps I should investigate?
And so... yeah, definitely that link thing did not work. So we go there and investigate, because I'm curious about the mod. And to go to Al Villatae, we could get a Strider, probably. To Q. And this is what I wanted to show you. As you can see, there are now numbers which are your shortcut keys you can press to have your option use. So for instance, we want to go to Cool, which is near Al Villatae, so we press the 3 key and we are done. So when you have several options, it may be a useful shortcut to have. And this is included in the development version of the MWSE Lua user interface mod. So if you are interested in it, just go there and update to that version, because the one on the Nexus is a little old. It has very few features compared to the one that's in the... I don't remember how it is called, the repository where the development version is, but GitHub probably, but you find information if you go to the Morrowind Modding Discord channel. And we get this really scenic view from the Strider. And so we are descending to the Strider board, cool. And from here we should be really near our final destination. Oh, I need more feather potions, it seems. And there should be a bot to Alvilotai.
Impressive. He's close with you.
She's super jumping.
Knight of the Imperial Dragon. How may I serve you? Care to see the sights? Where can I take you?
Uh-oh. And this may happen. Hello. It's been a long time since I played. Most of my modding time has been absorbed by the Morrowind modding madness, as you know very well. But finally, I'm just enjoying the mods. Yeah, a lot of modding. I really think about that left-handed arrow. But I think we did just two very, very nice mods. Given that the constraints, the time constraints of the Morrowind modding madness, I think we did really some good job. And I'm discovering here in Alvilotai one of these more interesting mods coming from the Morrowind modding madness, which is I don't remember the name of the team. I remember probably the main quest writer is Gavrilo, I think. And I think most of the detailing here has been done by Grayton7, but I may be also wrong. And it's nice because with very few changes from what I've seen in the construction set, there are very little incompatibilities with the other scenic mods changing the place. So with very little work you can make things fully compatible. And by the way, doing this little work to make the mod compatible with my the rest of my installation, I noticed one thing it is looking for problems with the path grids. You know, that's where usually most problems are, because you can just have one mod having a path grid and all the other ones must be discarded, because that's how the engine works actually. And so you must always choose one and keep that path grid if you don't want to do patch for all the mods. And usually I choose to keep the path from Necessities of Morrowind, because it's the one I love less. And so when I can, I just remove path grids changes. And doing that, I noticed, for instance, that in this mod there were some changes to this dock part. This rope was moved this way, so there was a little problem, because there's a path grid just going through, and so I rotated back the place how it was originally. But I realized that the same problem, a similar problem with this step here, was in the vanilla Morrowind, because they did a path grid which was causing problem with the step probably. And so it is not always the mod. You can find bugs even in original Bethesda path grids. But anyway, I really like a lot the small changes done here. And I also moved one of these I don't know how to call this. And it was here between this roof and a tree nearby, but the tree had a problem because I'm using tree replacers, so it was not not done properly with the replaced tree, so I just moved to something more useful. But all in all, a very few changes, so I just love these little details. But all in all, it's always good to remember to take a look at the path grid, at the original path grid if possible, I think, because it's a little like with the changes to the landscape. You can do them, but when you do them, you always are risking some incompatibility. So if I can, I always try to do it very rarely, because path grids and landscape changes are the worst things you can do for compatibility. But sometimes you just have to do it. Anyway, I really need some strength here. I should have some. I don't remember really. Something to give me more strength, or I can just drop something and get it another time. Okay, so let's see if I can mark this place. Oh, smart map is working. I'm happy about it. I was not really using those options, so I did not test them, and they were probably not working because I got some bug report, but hopefully now they should work as expected. How do I do compatibilities? If I can, I edit always the original, because making patches is work. First, it's using one mod slot, which is something I really have very few available, because for instance, to be able to play these 3 or 4 mods, or 5, I don't remember, interesting new mods, I had to merge already a couple of them, so each time I have to merge things, so I try to avoid making small patches if possible. And also I don't like patches, I prefer to change the original. Sometimes it's convenient to wait before changing the original because a mod will have updates and so on, but if I can, I prefer work with the original. But I'm probably just edge case, because my loading orders is nearly full. Probably people with less mods loaded have more advantage using some separated patch. It depends. And I want to try to mark this place. And make some potion. And I want to ask you, do you know when there is the next vote for the second part of the Morrowind Modding Madness? Because I'm curious. We did make the first place in the first week, so I'm curious about the second mod, because honestly I think the second mod we did is a little better than the first one. But probably Dag is full of things to do, because he has still a mods from the modathon to review, because that was really a great modathon. I think he never had so many mods to review like the last modathon, and maybe he's not yet finished with that. Yeah, I want to try also that Caldera mod, because I just took a short look, but it was really great. How the dialogue was great, and also they did a wonderful job placing the candle shop in a spot in the map where there are no conflicts. It's really one of the best places that was available, I think. So they did something really thought of when placing the shop there. A different way. I don't know. I think it's not really important. It's just some kind of curiosity, because regardless or who will win, we have 3 or 4 mods, 3 or 4 teams that are more or less with the same points, so it means that everybody did some great mods, so that's not really great difference. Honestly, I think just a couple teams did some not so good mods, but probably there's been the usual people having some last minute problems and not having time to finish things. But you know, when you go to the to the Discord channel, it's a way to plan and to have fun about the second place if you are first, because that's some kind of fun things. $200 mods for Modator? I think yes, it must be the record. So let's see. I need some potion. I don't really remember where I have things here. I'm not really how can I say it? I should be ordering things better. I'm very good at sorting databases, but not good at sorting things in my Morrowind houses, because as you can see, there's a little confusion. Luckily we have some filtering tools in our containers, helping finding things. And oh, I need sorters because that's the way I find things inside my sacks and containers. But I see a lot of people love to just place things in libraries, put things ordered in over the tables and the display cases and so on. I just try to do it, but after 2 or 3 things I place, I just put everything inside a bag, and the next time I need something I just use the filtering and find things that way. So not really something I enjoy. But sometimes I have a hard time even finding things with the filters, because when you play a lot of levels with this game you start having thousands of resources, and oftentimes I need to do potions and must remember where I have my ingredients and so on. Anyway, I should have enough to do some potion now. Oh, I could use this. And let's see if I remember. Oh, this one. Oh, okay. Let's do it regardless. I don't remember. That should be a filter. But I don't remember the key to filter it. Personality. Right, and I think I will just drop something because I need to be free from these heavy things. And these are things from Sound Quest. Oh, this is nice. Okay, I should be ready to go back. And so we are back in our Velotai. Oh, your work in progress house mod is the Pegasus one? Because I still remember that mod. It was the most interesting house mods at the time. I remembered well. And it was in the eastern part of the coast. Or I remember well. Ah, moved 40 hour. Right. It's something that happens too often, to having to move things for time and rebuild, but it is usually worth the effort. Oh, kidnapping. We can talk about it. Not sure what you mean. Speak to telling. So I remember the original Morrowind quest here was to look for a lady kidnapped by the Ashlanders, and this is something similar, it seems, but they are kidnapping children, which is something.
It is a pleasure, Outlander. Do you require my services?
Sorry, lady, I think I must talk with another member of the Redora here. And the nice things about the scheduling mode is that the one we must talk with is probably doing something different, and I don't remember from where we can. Oh, must be some kind of ladder to reach the tower.
Yes, Outlander. What do you want?
Yeah, this one. And here he is. I just love this thing that he's moving to do some sentinel duty from this tower. So if you need some scripting, you know, I'm ready to help, because I'm very interested in that mod. I don't remember the details, but I remember it was interesting at the time. So there must be already some special things about it. Anyway, let's see if telling is giving us some news about it. My dialogue is terribly long. This is not something promising. My computer is freezing, it seems. Just asking about the kidnappings. Let's see. I have a bad feeling about it. Ah. Okay, so I don't know, there's something sort of blocking the dialogue here, and I think I will have to reload, because it's not responding anymore. I pity, because it was starting to be interesting. Okay, so I have to shut it. It could be some kind of incompatibility. I think probably maybe with the dialogue path, maybe with if there is some MW scripting, Lua scripting interacting with dialogue, but I don't know. I did not look at that part of the mod so far, so. But it's strange because usually dialogue is not crashing your game if there are also scripts involved. Anyway, maybe I was just reaching my final memory available and crashing for other reasons. Could be. So I will just try once if reloading is allowing to go on with the quest. Hopefully we have some recent save. I just love Night Cascade mod giving the automatic saves, because really it is saving me a lot of times from losing a lot of playtime. We have always a recent save available, and it's just great. So you can crash with more ease. I remember before using the Lua mod, I was using an external program that was auto-saving, but the Lua mod is much more sophisticated. You have a lot of options. You can tune it much better. Okay, so here we are. I will save just to be sure. And well, let's see what happens. It is taking a lot of time with the fresh loaded game, so I don't think it's some kind of memory problems, or must be some kind of conflict. No errors in the log. No warnings. I feel this is some kind of bug similar to the one we found in our mod. It will take some time to fix, because I have this dialogue looping forever while I press the kidnapping topic. So, a pity, but for now I must stop the quest, this quest here, because it's not working. And no, really doesn't work. By the way, I hate when it's crashes like this, because it always try to contact Microsoft and tell Microsoft that we are crashing. Very old game. So I think that's something a little annoying. You cannot disable completely this feature from Windows about giving information to Microsoft about programs that are crashing, because sometimes it's just something they will not fix. So I cannot go on with this quest. I could try and take a look at the Caldera mod, which is another great mod released for the madness. But I want to understand what is giving the problem here, because I just want to also play the Alvilati mod. But there's a problem, there's some kind of incompatibility with my setup currently, so must solve that thing, and I cannot do it now. So for now we just reload and try to go to Caldera and take a look at the other interesting mod, which is adding a lot of quests, I think, there, and a beautiful new camel shop. And I think I did just a rapid test of the mod there, and was very interesting. So telling, I'm really sad about it, but we must wait for the quest next time. So for now, Caldera from here, I don't remember. Probably from the Mages Guild. And so first here, and from here we can go to Subran. Eberhard. No, not the right place I want to go. So we go back to our Serene Tower in Talbernora, and from here we have our teleportation chamber. This is one of the Talvani style house mods that I like most, because there's a very nice quest to get it, and I don't remember where the place is. There's a nice quest, and also it's a very scenic mod. Now, if I actually remember where the teleportation chamber is, here we are. So from here we should be able to teleport to all the mages guilds. And I want to go to the Caldera one. So here we are. Halt, stranger! I haven't seen you around before. State your business in town. Oh, and as you can see, we have plenty of things to choose. Let's try this one. So I will also check the 8 key. I never tested such a high number. Oh, it works, it seems. Then you definitely came to the wrong place, you poor
Upon
soul.
entering Caldera, an Imperial Guard asked me to state my business in town. It seems that they take security more seriously in this town than in others.
So, one thing I noticed technically is that we have dialogue, which is terribly more developed than the related journal entry, but this is almost normal because it's not really something strictly necessary for the quest, this dialogue at least. But I think it's not a good time to go with the quest because it's night, so most shops are probably closed. Let's see, the shop should be to this. Oh, over there. This is the new shop. And oh, another guard. Halt, stranger. Oh, forgive me. One of the guards at another entry point of the town have informed me about you. You are alright, please move along. They are fast. talking each other, but great immersion, because the different god is speaking like a different god. And I just love how compatible this mod is, because as you can see we have plenty of other things added by other mods, and the shop is compatible. Here it is. And this is a new mesh by Rubberman, and this is the new shop owner. Welcome to the Caldura Candle Company. I'm here to light up your life. You have tall ones, short ones, and so on. This is great dialogue. And I think this mod is just great. Okay, so let's compare the slogans of this mod with the one from the less generic NPCs. I have some candles which you can't handle, all made from fine wax. Buy and then pay tax. I'm not good enough with English to appreciate everything, but that's some kind of rhyme here. Please buy a candle. I'm open to barter. We can even banter. If not, you'll see my anger. Quite catchy. No talent, idiots. Okay. I love it. And wow, yeah, a lot of candles here, but I think they are standard candles. So let's talk about rumors, secrets. And I looked at the log, both the Morrowind log and the MWSE log, and I found nothing. So there's something really stopping the dialogue, and without really crashing, but it's sort of looping. Probably trying to find some information. I don't know. It's a very strange kind of crash, because usually you have some, if it is some Lua problem, you have something written in the log. So it's strange. I will try to do the quest with a reduced loading order to see if it's some kind of problem with the mod or some incompatibility problem. But I think it's not something simple to solve. So a bug that could also Beowulf, a Reiteval or something like this. A new name for what that NPC. But we cannot change his name because he's a standard Morrowind quest giver, so anyway, I think this shop is nice, but they gave me no quests. So probably the quests are coming from other NPCs, but the shop is very nice. So let's see if we have new people here in the tavern. And she's going away. Oh well.
Do you want something from me?
These are new things. And she's from necessities. Not sure I like that big coin.
Schenk, the publican of Caldera, wishes to offer a larger selection of beverages to his customers. For this purpose, he wishes me to fetch him a bottle of vintage brandy. He should be able to reproduce it by tasting it and offer it to his customers.
Oh, we have a new quest. So we must find some vintage brandy. We could have, in theory, some. But not here, probably. So, oh, that's many quests. We have a problem in Kudanat.
Irish and Albarnian told me that bandits disrupt the ebony trade, and the Calderum Mining Company wants the Legion to deal with them. They are operating from a cave to the west of Caldera, named Kudanat. I should kill them all.
And I don't remember where this
Greetings.
cave is, but we know that's to the west. So, well, let's put on our Night High helmet. So, to the west. These guards are a little annoying, and I don't remember where the Kudanat mine could be.
fail to know death is near.
They are nasty.
I will bathe in your blood. How does it feel to know death is near?
Mode. Ixi. Ana. Afina Falino. Varinarima.
I need to look for that line because I really don't remember. Well, that's a good sign.
Sacritu. Lava. Beyond sea. Lava. Beyond sea.
Okay, where is mine? Oh, not far from here. And the pink Gaussian mod is working perfectly, as you can see, and this mod is just great. Probably it's not the most downloaded mod because there's been an update to the MWSC Lua that broke it for a short time, so maybe that's the reason why, but it's working perfectly now that that problem has been fixed. And let me check this thing. The pink Gaussian mod. Oh, look at this. Very nice. I don't think this is... this beautiful beautiful thing is from let me check. Should be Oh, from the Caverns of our Howl mod. Yeah, I was thinking about something added by the Caldera mod, but no, it's the usual Caverns of our Howl beauty. And this Kudanat cave is the perfect example of how beautiful this thing is. And I really don't understand this thing. It is something I really hate when modders just remove a mod. It may be for good reason, because they are making a new version, a new better version, but my reasoning is just work in your new version and put it online when it's done. There's no reason to punish people playing your old mods because you think you can do better. Bad comments for this cave mods. I think it's one of the more loved mods about scenic caves, and that's been done. Not sure, I've seen bad comments about it. I know there are other mods doing similar things, maybe with more up-to-date meshes, but I think this is the one that started everything. This mod is an inspiration for any mods wanting to overhaul the caves, and I think it's a great mod, so no reason to remove it from the download if you get a couple of people criticizing it, because there are surely hundreds of people loving it. And I don't know, maybe I already killed all the bandits here before starting actually. Oh, and this is some kind of conflict. Yeah, this probably is some kind of conflict with the Caverns Overhaul mod, because the Caverns Overhaul is replacing those with some kind of black entry to the cave, and probably the mod here is using a standard door, and yes, it's a conflict which I want to solve, so I will take a note. And this is one thing that maybe should better be avoided for interior doors, maybe. Not sure about it, but yeah, it is easy to have conflict this way. Oh, and this is going directly out. Okay. So it's a very minor conflict all in all. It's just a matter of placing another kind of rock here, so there's no gap between the door, and maybe it could be even not a mod conflict but simply a save conflict, because every now and then if you remove mods from your save or change mod order, some of the references got scrambled, so you have some rock disappear, a door disappear, things like this. And these are not mod problems, these are save game problems. So it could be also something like this. Anyway, I think I see no bandits at all here. Let's look for some doors, but I think I already killed them all. In Kidanat, we are in Kidanat. And I believe these magic things I can detect around are slaves brassers that I already interacted with, and so there are no bandits here. So it could be some kind of conflicts if the new Caldera mod is using some special cells, new cells, or if the Caverns Overhaul mod is doing something like this, but I think the Caverns Overhaul is not doing. Yes, because this thing is coming directly from the standard game, so we are in the standard cells now, so I don't know. Could be that I already killed all the bandits and that's it. But there are no people alive here, so I think this should detect people. We have detect key, enchantment, and animal, so I think we are able to detect everything, and there's no one here. Yeah, I usually try to remove also changes to exterior size if they are not really needed, and only know those two mods can be made compatible more easily than other mods. The one single mods that I really had a hard time making compatible with other mods, but I did it because I just love that mod, is the other big Caldera one with the quest where you can be part of multiple houses and you can make the mine explode and be flooded with lava. That mod is great, but it was conflicting with another mod that I love a lot, which is the Stonewood Pass, and so it's been a little hard to make them compatible, but you can do it. And they are both great because when you make them compatible, there's part of the mod which is interacting with part of the other one. I just love it. And by the way, also the Stonewood Pass mod, I think, has been removed from the downloading. I don't remember if it was on the Nexus, but I think it's no more available. And that's a pity, because that's another great mod. Anyway, no bandits here, so let's go back. And if I recall correctly, these things are right from that mod. Let me check. Yeah. As you can see, what I did is... this is one way to solve the conflicts when there are big conflicts. You match the conflicting mods. When they are stable enough, that's oftentimes the best way you can solve conflicts. Because I had this mod which I love, the Stonewood Pass mods, conflicting with the Caldera Expanded mod, which is the one I was talking about it with the big quest and the lava flooding of the Caldera mine. So I merged them and other mods which are in a nearby place. For instance, the Kitteen House mod is right on the Stonewood Pass path, and this mod has some entries, the Tunnels mod, nearby. So these were 4 perfect candidates to be merged together. So I gained 3 slots, 3 precious mod slots, and solved the conflicts between these mods in a stable way. Obviously, these things is something good to do only when the mods are stable, because if a mod is very recent, it is not something you should do, because every time the mod is updated, then you have a lot of works to do to be updated with the changes. But if the mods are stable and the mods are conflicting, that's probably one of the way you can solve a problem without needs for more patches. And these are all super nice mods. Anyway, this is part of that Caldera quest mod, the Caldera Expanded mod. And from here maybe I could super jump. I'll just do some intervention. Let's see. I'm more in the Elder Room city than in Caldera, but probably it's a good day to just find a place for the night and stop here. So oh, we could use the Mage's Guild teleportation to reach Caldera. Oh, I want to take a look. Oh, this is the portal from the Rise of House Talvani mod. And I want to show this. I just love this thing. This is mostly from the interior, from the I don't remember the name. The super overhaul of Elder Room, made with a lot of houses without interiors. And what I did is take the changes down from that mod to this interior and add the missing rooms, so the doors are now all walking. And then I added my circuit mod, which is adding platform, so you can just walk in a circuit between the doors instead of having to take the central bridges. And I like it very much because it's very scenic, and also now everything is functional. So these doors are now getting some storage place and some guards around. And what is missing is adding some quests here, because there are no quests actually, but I plan to add some quests one day or the other. And this is a place
Night of the Imperial Dragon.
that we could use to sleep, I think, because we are part of the Rider. And this is strange. I have some beds that are not working with necessities of Morrowind, and I still cannot understand why, because this script is actually running. Oh, this one works. So it's that particular kind of bed which has problems for some reason. It's hard for me to switch. First, because I love the little things that the standard necessities of Morrowind is adding, like the new meshes, the new way of roasting things, and I also like the Imperial outposts in Vandenfell. I know they are maybe not lore correct because Imperials are in Vandenfell from very few years, so maybe they are not really being able to build such a lot of things, but I love them because I think having some Imperial outposts around like this is not really bad, and also it's some kind of a way to introduce the new ingredients from Cyrodiil and so on. And also that's because I already tweaked a lot of my mods to be compatible with necessities of Morrowind, so I don't think I will remove it. I'm sure there will be ways to make the mods compatible, make the other necessities mods to be compatible with NUM, because with Lua there's very few things you cannot do. So it's surely possible to do something like this. I've already tried something like that, but I'm not really able to make it work for now. But I'm sure someone will do something like this, being able to use ingredients coming from different mods with one unique framework, and probably it will be the framework from Merlot, I think. But Necessities of Morrowind has a strange scripting. It's hard to understand, and I'm not 100% able to understand everything, even after all this year, so I don't know. But for now I just love it, even if I don't understand it completely. Hello, you in Enterprise. And I think I will just try to sleep here. I have no idea why that kind of bed is not working, because the script is exactly the same, so it doesn't seem possible that one bed is working and one other bed is not. But you know, mysteries. Maybe it's some kind of way the mesh is interacting, but I don't know, it's very strange. Anyway, let's sleep here. 8 hours. Oh, I forgot to use the wonderful mod to change the outfit. Should be something I think it would be nice to have with the outfit mod. Let me check. The quick loadouts mod, having something where you can link one of your or a couple of your loadouts with the beds, so you change automatically your night outfit or morning outfit when you start sleeping, before sleeping, and when you wake up. It would even be something better, because it's probably one of the moments where you change outfit more often, before going to bed and when you wake up. So it could be an idea. Anyway, I think I will stop here for now because it's late and my voice is not so good. So, well, I will save and thanks for watching. Hopefully I will be able to fix that problem with the dialogue, because I'm very curious about also the ability quest. Okay, so thanks for watching and see you next time.